Anyways, this video covers chapter 4 to 6 of Fuga Melodies of Steel 1, so I recommend checking out either my previous Fuga video or others that cover chapter 1 to 3. One thing you might want to know is that I'm playing the game for the second time to see what else it has to offer, which means I won't be playing for the good ending, which is gonna be readily apparent in this video. So buckle up and brace yourself for my mid-editing voiceovers and weird reactions, and enjoy the ride that is Fuga. Also, yes, I was sick when recording this.
Se fiant aux indications de Baum et Stollen, les enfants étaient en route vers le sud, en direction du bassin minier où devait se trouver leur famille.
We might be able to save them this time. For crap's sake, this better be over soon. A factory? Perhaps they are being forced to make something.
Pleins d'espoir, mais aussi d'appréhension, les enfants furent confrontés une nouvelle fois à ce qu'ils avaient pris auparavant pour une illusion.
You mustn't fight.
La voix de la silhouette rappelait celle d'une petite fille. Il voulait savoir qui elle était et pourquoi il ne devait pas se battre. Mais la fillette ne faisait que répéter les mêmes mots. La détermination des enfants, pourtant endurcie par les combats, se mit à vaciller au son de ces paroles.
Do you think she's right? That we shouldn't fight? Perhaps we should wait for the Gasco army to come. Who knows how long that'll take?
Le doute s'était installé en eux, et ils n'avaient désormais plus le cœur à affronter l'ennemi qui s'approchait. La voix insistante de la radio les tira hors de leurs incertitudes et leur apporta un léger réconfort.
You know what I think is interesting? That entry was different last time. This time I had Molten Sock. The previous time I had Chick and May.
En route pour le bassin minier, ils croisèrent le chemin d'une petite fille. Une poupée de chiffon dans les bras, elle semblait être poursuivie par l'armée Berman. Elle se figea à la vue du Taranis, croyant être acculée par une nouvelle machine Berman. Ne t'inquiète pas.
We're not your enemy. Over here, over here. Over here, over here.
Quoi?
What?
Après hésitation, la fillette comprit que les enfants à bord n'étaient pas des ennemis, et se mit à l'abri derrière le Taranis.
The tank. Is that Brat with them?
I'll attack!
You won't get away that easily. While we're at it, we'll crush that tank into the ground. Stop chasing after one girl. I ain't gonna let you scare a weak lady.
Les enfants invitèrent la jeune fille à se réfugier à l'intérieur du Taranis. Merci.
Thank you for saving me. My name's Sheena.
Salut.
I'm Maul. I'm the oldest here. Hi, I'm Hannah. We're not your enemies, so don't be afraid, okay?
Yo.
I'm Kyle. Welcome aboard, I guess.
Salut.
You can call me Boron. My name is Sykes. Pleased to meet you. I'm May. I'm Chick. I'm Hack.
Sheena avait été détenue avec sa famille dans un camp pour Félinéco. Elle avait réussi à s'enfuir avec un garçon du camp, mais ils avaient malheureusement été séparés en chemin. Désorientée pendant sa fuite et encore sous le choc, Sheena ne se souvenait pas de l'emplacement exact du camp.
I'm really worried about my mother and sister. So, you were separated from your family too? Families shouldn't be split up.
Les enfants lui expliquèrent qu'ils se battaient pour sauver leur famille, elles aussi tenues prisonnières. Ils proposèrent à Sheena de les rejoindre, sans lui mentir sur les dangers qui les attendaient.
Sheena, will you come with us? It would have been dangerous leaving you alone there, but coming with us might just be as bad. What do you want to do? Yes, please, take me with you. Pleased to meet you, Sheena. With more friends, I gotta work harder. I'm happy to have more friends, but I feel a bit nervous.
Boy, you really are shy around girls. We're gonna put Sheena in? Oh my god. This is not what happened last time that I played. They were all under Sheena's level. What did I do? I guess I fed them crack or something.
Inquiets du sort de leur famille, les enfants voulurent en savoir plus sur la nature de ces camps de détention.
It was filled with Felinekos. Many seem to have exceptional talent for spells. Like this.
Après une courte incantation, le bout des doigts de la jeune fille s'entoura d'une petite lueur. Voyant de la magie pour la première fois de leur vie, les enfants s'émerveillèrent, bouche bée.
Wow. It's so pretty. It's shiny. Thank you.
La magie de Sheena éclairait non seulement la pièce, mais aussi l'atmosphère morose qui régnait depuis leur départ.
Oh, I want Sheena to be interacting. I want Sheena to gaslight May. Whoa! OST change. Now, we don't want the enemy to hit us with the Giga Claw. That would be bad. So what we do is delay them, and then stun them, and then we murder them. May is a murder denier, and it's funny to gaslight her. Go get him. Go commit crime. What if I said no? Oh. It also died of cringe.
Ils furent rattrapés par un char ennemi, vraisemblablement à la poursuite de Sheena.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça?
Wait, she couldn't be on the tank, could she?
Arrêtez-les!
Our orders are not to allow any more fugitives to escape. We'll stop them first, then look for the girl.
Aww.
You might wonder why I reacted like that, and it's because this is the type of enemy I hate the most. Why? Because if Boron doesn't have his hero mode, which I didn't, you have to wait for it to open its hatch so that you can deal actual damage to it. But that's not exactly the real reason. The real pet peeve I have with this boss, or enemy rather, is how tanky it is while also being capable of dealing big damage. It also joins the pool of enemies you have to fight on the regular, literally as fast as the next chapter. Also, it can call for reinforcements, which makes it able to heal. Sheena's also introduced in this chapter, and I feel like, gameplay-wise, she's very replaceable as the main slot, but she's good as a support since she regenerates SP when you do a normal attack. But after a while this kinda stops having effect, because you don't have SP issues. That's about it. She also has some significance in the story later on, but that's also why I have to juice her. Well, as you can see, I considered using the soul cannon here just to get rid of it quicker, but held off since I was planning to use it the next chapter no matter what. Yeah, that's kinda it for chapter 4's boss. There's not much else.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça?
Retreat! Everybody, run! That wasn't anything to worry about. Success! They're retreating!
Apprenant que ses soldats avaient été repoussés, le commandant du camp de détention, le docteur Bloodworst, entra dans une rage folle.
What do you mean the garrison was destroyed? Sir, the extent of the damage is... I don't care how many tanks were destroyed. The problem is that you didn't get the fugitives back.
Avec virulence, Bloodworst fit claquer. Ce dernier avait beau avoir la forme d'un museau de caninu, les pupilles de Bloodworst, elles, trahissaient sa nature de féline écho.
I have a duty to uphold since General Hex put me in charge of this laboratory. So no more runaways. You hear me?
Oui, chef!
We will be more cautious, sir.
Le soldat tourna le dos à son supérieur et se retira, en laissant échapper un soupir agacé.
Damn them. I will not let such inferior Felineko idiots get away with this. Just you watch. You mustn't fight.
Les enfants poursuivaient leur route vers le sud, en direction du bassin minier où ils espéraient trouver leur famille. Alors qu'ils approchaient de leur destination, ils aperçurent un vieux char de l'armée de Gasco en ruine, avançant péniblement.
What happened to that thing? It's totally falling apart.
Aucun problème.
It looks like a Gasco tank. There, you can see the national crest.
Pensant avoir affaire à un allié, ils poussèrent un soupir de soulagement. Mais c'est alors que le petit char tira dans leur direction.
Whoa! What's going on? Relax. They can't hurt us with those pathetic attacks. You damn Berman. I'll never forgive you. Wait, we're not Berman. What's that shabby thing? Why are you shooting at us? What? Wait, you're kids too?
La vieille machine s'arrêta brusquement et se mit à cracher de la fumée. Elle était sur le point de tomber en morceaux. Un garçon s'en extirpa de justesse, se releva et s'approcha du Taranis, non sans une certaine appréhension.
Oh, so you guys aren't from the Berman army?
Le garçon s'appelait Jean. C'était le fils du propriétaire d'une usine du bassin minier. Celle-ci avait été confisquée par l'armée Berman et le père de Jean, exécuté. La femme officier qui en avait donné l'ordre occupait encore l'usine. Et Jean préparait désormais sa vengeance.
Vengeance.
I can't forgive her, ever. Let me come with you. Please, I need your help. What shall we do? Well, we can't leave him behind. I think we should hear what he has to say.
Ouais.
Yeah, I think so too.
D'après Jean, les prisonniers de l'usine y étaient réduits à l'état d'esclaves. Accueillant le garçon parmi eux, les enfants partirent à leur secours.
Excellent.
Wow, I've never seen a machine like this before.
Jean, fasciné par la mécanique du Taranis, arpentait le char jusque dans ses moindres recoins. Il tomba sur l'un de ses nouveaux camarades, ayant visiblement des problèmes avec la machinerie.
Hey, what's wrong? I'm afraid I'm not very good with mechanics. Let me take a look. Doesn't seem broken to me.
T'en fais pas.
See, it works. That's all you needed? My goodness, you know a lot about machines.
Don't care.
Nothing to get all worked up about. I've lived all my life in the factory, so...
Peu à l'aise face aux éloges, Jean se retira sans un mot et reprit son exploration du Taranis, avec un regard fasciné.
Man. Ouais. Superman.
He's depressed. Actually, it doesn't matter. Depression doesn't affect his accuracy. He can still commit crime.
Les enfants arrivèrent aux abords de l'usine dont parlait Jean.
This is where Dad's factory and where that woman's still doing whatever she wants. Please, calm down.
S'il te plaît.
You shouldn't get overly worked up. Let's see what's going on first, okay? You're right. Sorry.
Un char à l'apparence particulièrement redoutable se distinguait de la garde Berman postée à l'entrée de l'usine. Une officière Berman descendit de la machine.
I am Lieutenant Colonel Flamkish of the Special Forces. You are responsible for the death of my father, Colonel Pretzel. How dare you oppose the Burman Empire?
Les paroles de la jeune femme firent sortir Jean de ses gonds.
Shut up! You're the one who killed my father. It's presumptuous to compare us chosen people of Burman with worthless trash like you. You should rather feel honored that this filthy factory served our grand purpose. Just wait. I swear on my tail I'll never forgive you. What an outlandish, horrible person, even among the Burman. I am thoroughly enraged. I will fight together with you, Jin. I'm mad too. Jin, we can't let him get away with this. Let's show him we mean business. Colonel Flamkish. I like her character-wise, design and all, but her fight leaves much to be desired, since it's just a slightly harder version of Pretzel. Then again, Pretzel wasn't hard to begin with. Unlike Pretzel, her big attack actually inflicts fear, though that's easily removed with either Soothing Song or just outright prevented by the very character you unlock in this chapter being in the support slot. But why would you? Jin is so incredibly busted. He has AoE skills, which are just generally good, and even though they are for ground enemies, that's practically half of the enemy roster and also most of the bosses. His hero mode doubles the damage his skills inflict, and he can also boost his attack further with Bravery and with Hack or Malt as his support. That's kind of about it actually, there's not much else that Kish actually provides. Now all that remains is to finish off the fight normally, or, you know, as I planned, use the Soul Cannon at the end of the fight.
Initiating Soul Cannon countdown. Firing Soul Cannon in 3, 2, 1.
Inconceivable! How could these filthy scum have such power? Dad, I did it.
Flamme Quiche, miraculeusement toujours en vie, s'extirpa de la machine et s'effondra au sol.
That woman survived. Kill me. Kill me like you killed my father.
Cédant à la provocation, Jin pointa un canon sur elle, prêt à l'achever. C'est alors que...
You've done enough, Jin. Someone like her ain't even worth killing. Jin, you're scaring me.
Jin baissa les yeux. Après un moment, il se ressaisit, releva la truffe et hurla.
Leave. Get out of my sight. Even though we managed to free the factory, I know it must still be hard for you. We'll always be here for you, Jin, okay?
Les enfants décidèrent d'épargner l'officière Berman et commencèrent à libérer les prisonniers de l'usine. Flamme Quiche leur jeta un long regard noir de haine et s'en alla en vacillant, sans se retourner.
I loved him. Or I loved them too. How dare the enemy, those children, show me compassion? I will never forget this humiliation.
Les enfants libérèrent l'usine et les prisonniers de l'emprise Berman. Ils ne trouvèrent malheureusement aucun membre de leur famille, mais obtinrent des informations sur leur possible destination. Selon les prisonniers, l'armement produit par l'usine était transporté vers la région volcanique de Lhasa Apso, en même temps que de nombreux captifs. Ces derniers y seraient forcés à des travaux miniers dans d'atroces conditions.
This time, I'm sure we can save them. That place is so far away. Is it far? I'll do my best.
Ne tenant plus en place, les enfants regagnèrent le Taranis et prirent la route en direction de Lhasa Apso. Mais alors qu'ils quittaient le bassin minier et s'approchaient des plaines, ils furent ralentis par un petit incident.
Phew, finally room to breathe.
Quoi?
Wait a moment, we're stuck on a tree. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh my god.
Le Taranis accrocha un arbre, en haut duquel était installée la cabane d'une petite fille. La cabane tomba en morceaux, mais la fillette sortit heureusement indemne de sa chute.
Oh my gosh. My house, it's totally a mess.
Désolée.
Really sorry. Who'd have thought a house would be up there? Have you been living there by yourself?
Elle s'appelait Wappa. Wappa jouait souvent avec les enfants du village de Moody, situé au bout des plaines, et agissait comme leur chef. Elle n'avait plus vu les enfants depuis que l'armée Berman avait pris d'assaut le village.
I can't let them get away with destroying my minions' village. You get it, don't you? I was just about to go rescue them, so this is good timing. You guys don't seem very dependable, but that's okay. I'll be your leader, so let's go save them.
Hein?
Leader? But I'm the oldest.
Déconcertés par tant d'entrain, Mais néanmoins responsable du sort de la cabane, les enfants prirent Wappa à bord du Taranis.
Oh, that's interesting. When you've juiced one of them, they disappear from the logbook like this. I can't. Oh no.
Pigman.
Phew, this feels amazing.
Wappa, bien installé au sommet du Taranis, fixait l'horizon d'un air satisfait.
So, you got something to report to your leader? Hey, can I be the leader too? Speak louder, I can't hear you. Well, anyway, you guys in this tank are super duper interesting. I love it.
Sans prendre la peine de répondre, Wappa regardait le paysage défiler sous ses yeux avec amusement.
Fouten la paix.
Le village dont parlait Wappa était effectivement sous occupation Berman.
Look, Burman people. So they're in the village Wappa talked about. Alright, let's get 'em, guys.
Yeah.
Not so fast, you squirts. You'll just get yourself hurt if you rush in.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça?
Is that the reported Gasco's secret weapon? No way. Gasco could never build something like that.
Arrêtez!
Halt! State your identity!
Identity? I'm Wappa. I came to get my minions, so move it.
Vous êtes finis!
So, I basically didn't use Wappa at any point during this chapter. Why, you may ask? Because I find her to be useless, even though her gig is link attack spam. She just doesn't appeal to me when it comes to gameplay. Enough about her though. The boss of chapter 6 is yet another boss that'll become a normal enemy you encounter, and this one is exceptionally scary because of its drill. As you might have seen, the drill just charged, but that's not all it does. This is because the very next turn it'll fire it, and this may injure anything in the range of 0 to 3 of the characters in the main slots, i.e. Boron, Jin, or Kyle. However, I use protection here in order to reduce the chance of being injured. This is also what you want to do when you fight 2 or more of this enemy at the same time. If you for some reason don't have Boron, then you can swap the characters in the main slots to either the support slots or the reserve in order to avoid them being injured. After the drill is fired, the boss simply becomes one of the normal enemies. And this fight also demonstrates how busted status effects are. I was continuously able to stun it, which meant that it couldn't hit me, but I could hit it. Because of this, the boss actually just took around 4 minutes. And that's about it, since the bosses that become future enemies don't have a lot of complexities. Gasco's secret weapon. Such power.
What I tell you. Anyway, just hand over my minions, would ya?
Le village, libéré de l'armée Berman, ne présentait cependant plus aucune trace de ses habitants. Ils en conclurent que les villageois avaient sûrement été transportés au même endroit que leurs familles. Devant se contenter de cette maigre piste, les enfants reprirent la route.
How extraordinary of you, Steel Devil. In the end, it looks like a god will be necessary to extinguish a devil. As spoken of in the legend of the lost god.
So that's it. These videos take quite some time to edit since I have to go through roughly 4 to 6 hours of footage, and because I'm relatively new to editing. So all I ask is for some patience. After all, I also have other responsibilities. Anyways, laters.